Have you ever noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Maybe you're struggling a bit more with stairs, or finding it harder to get up from your favorite chair. I bet you never suspected that some of those healthy fruits in your refrigerator might be the hidden culprits. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Wise Elderly Tips, where we tackle the real health issues affecting seniors today. And today, we're diving into something that might shock you, how certain fruits might actually be sabotaging your leg strength and mobility. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fruits? Really? But they're supposed to be healthy. And yes, generally speaking, fruits are nutritious. But as we age, our bodies change in ways that make certain fruits more problematic than beneficial, especially when it comes to our leg strength and mobility. This is crucial information because for us seniors, strong legs aren't just about comfort, they're about independence. They're about being able to visit your grandchildren without assistance, about maintaining your home, about preventing dangerous falls that could change your life in an instant. By the end of this eye-opening video, you'll know exactly which 7 fruits could be silently draining your leg strength, why they affect seniors differently than younger folks, and most importantly, what you should be eating instead to maintain and even improve your leg strength and mobility. If you've been noticing that your legs aren't as strong and reliable as they used to be, type "I need to know" in the comments right now. And if this information helps you today, please hit that like button and subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips for more practical advice on healthy aging. Now, let's get into the surprising truth about these 7 seemingly innocent fruits that might be destroying your leg strength. Fruit number 1, pineapple, the silent trigger of inflammation. Let me tell you about Margaret, a lovely 73-year-old woman from my community. Margaret had always been active, gardening, walking her dog twice daily, even doing gentle yoga. But recently, she started adding fresh pineapple to her morning breakfast, thinking it would aid her digestion. Within just 3 weeks, Margaret noticed something concerning. Her ankles were swelling by afternoon, and there was a strange heaviness in her legs whenever she stood for more than a few minutes. Simple tasks like watering her garden became uncomfortable. Margaret never suspected her new, healthy breakfast habit was the problem. Here's what's actually happening. Pineapples contain extremely high amounts of natural sugars and acidic compounds that can trigger widespread inflammation throughout our aging bodies. As we get older, our ability to process these sugars diminishes, causing them to flood our system and damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish our leg muscles and joints. But there's more to the story. Pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that's often praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. However, what many don't realize is that bromelain can actually interfere with several medications commonly taken by seniors, like blood thinners and certain antibiotics, potentially worsening inflammation rather than helping it. I know many of you believe pineapple is healthy because of its bromelain content. And yes, for younger people, that can be true. But for seniors, the high sugar content and acidity usually outweigh these benefits, creating a perfect storm inside our aging bodies. That little soreness in your thighs or dull ache in your knees that comes after eating pineapple isn't coincidental, it's your body sending warning signals. So what should you eat instead? If you enjoy tropical fruits, try papaya instead. It offers similar digestive benefits with less sugar and acidity. If you absolutely must have pineapple occasionally, limit yourself to about a quarter cup, and always pair it with some protein like Greek yogurt to slow down the sugar absorption. Fruit number 2, bananas, the muscle imposter. Now, this next one might really surprise you. Let me tell you about Robert, an active 68-year-old who prided himself on his health knowledge. Robert ate a banana every single morning because he'd always heard they prevent muscle cramps due to their potassium content. Yet despite this daily habit, he found his legs growing increasingly tired during his usual neighborhood walks, and strange cramping would wake him at night. The very fruit he thought was helping his muscles was actually having the opposite effect. For decades, bananas have been praised as a perfect food for muscle support. But here's what they don't tell you: as we age, our bodies process sugar and starch completely differently. Bananas, especially ripe ones with those brown spots that many of us prefer, contain high amounts of natural sugars that convert rapidly to glucose in our bloodstream. These sugar spikes trigger insulin responses which, over time, contribute to inflammation, insulin resistance, and weaken circulation to your lower limbs. For seniors, this means less oxygen and nutrients reaching the very muscles you're trying to strengthen in your legs. But there's another issue with bananas that specifically affects seniors with heart conditions or high blood pressure. The combination of potassium and carbohydrates in bananas can increase water retention for some people, creating swelling in ankles and feet that makes movement painful and balance more difficult. The common belief that bananas give instant strength is only partially true. Yes, they provide a quick energy burst, but it's followed by a crash that can leave you feeling more fatigued than before. This roller coaster is especially problematic for seniors whose energy regulation systems are already less efficient. Instead of bananas, try avocados. They're rich in healthy fats and potassium that provide sustained energy without the sugar spike. If you do eat bananas occasionally, choose slightly underripe ones with some green on the peel, and always pair with a protein source like a tablespoon of peanut butter to minimize the blood sugar impact. Fruit number 3, grapes, tiny fruit, big inflammatory impact. Let's talk about Patricia next. At 68, Patricia was trying to make healthier choices and replaced her afternoon cookies with a bowl of grapes. She thought she was doing everything right. Within weeks, though, she noticed her blood sugar levels becoming dangerously unstable, affecting her energy, mood, and even her vision. The leg pain that had been mild before became much more pronounced, especially in her knees. "I had no idea grapes could impact me so strongly," she confessed to me. Grapes contain incredibly high concentrations of fructose, a type of sugar that's processed directly in the liver. As we age, our bodies handle fructose less efficiently, often leading to increased fat storage around the liver and the creation of inflammatory compounds that target joints and muscles. This inflammation can manifest as pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility, particularly in weight-bearing joints like knees, ankles, and hips. Many seniors choose grapes as a light snack, not realizing they're essentially eating concentrated sugar. Let me put this in perspective for you. 1 cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar. That's almost 6 teaspoons. Imagine deliberately spooning 6 teaspoons of sugar into your mouth and expecting it to be healthy for your aging body. And there's another risk many don't consider. Grapes' smooth, round shape makes them one of the most common choking hazards for older adults, especially those with swallowing difficulties or dentures. Here's a better option: replace grapes with berries like strawberries, blueberries, or blackberries. They contain significantly less sugar and more antioxidants that actually fight inflammation instead of causing it. If you truly enjoy grapes and want to have them occasionally, cut each one into quarters to reduce choking risk, and limit yourself to no more than 6 pieces, always paired with some protein like cheese to blunt the sugar impact. Fruit number 4, watermelon, the false hydrator. James, at 71, believed eating watermelon on hot summer days would keep him well hydrated and healthy. It seemed logical. Watermelon is mostly water, right? Yet after a few weeks of enjoying watermelon as an afternoon snack, he experienced increased swelling in his ankles and a strange weakness in his legs, especially noticeable when standing for any length of time or climbing stairs. Here's the truth about watermelon that most seniors aren't told. Despite being 92% water, watermelon can actually disrupt your body's delicate electrolyte balance, particularly the sodium and potassium levels that are absolutely crucial for proper muscle function and nerve signaling. For seniors, especially those taking blood pressure medications or diuretics, this imbalance can lead to muscle weakness, cramping, and fatigue specifically in the legs. The common belief that watermelon's high water content makes it ideal for hydration ignores a critical fact: its natural sugars cause rapid blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. This blood sugar roller coaster affects energy levels throughout your body and can leave your leg muscles feeling unusually depleted and weak. What's more, watermelon contains compounds that can act as natural diuretics, increasing urination. While this might sound helpful for reducing swelling, it can actually lead to mild dehydration and electrolyte loss in seniors, further weakening leg muscles. Instead of watermelon, try cucumber slices with a pinch of sea salt for truly effective hydration that supports proper electrolyte balance. The cucumber provides hydration without the sugar load, while the small amount of salt helps maintain the electrolyte balance needed for muscle function. If you really enjoy watermelon, limit portions to 1 cup and always pair it with a handful of nuts to slow sugar absorption and provide balancing minerals. Fruit number 5, oranges, the acidic assault on joints. Martha, a vibrant 75-year-old, drank orange juice every single morning of her adult life for vitamin C, believing it strengthened her immune system. It was a habit her mother had taught her, and she never questioned it. Over the past few years, though, Martha noticed increasing stiffness in her knees each morning and a burning sensation in her feet that made walking increasingly uncomfortable. Her doctor was puzzled since her tests showed no sign of gout or rheumatoid arthritis. It wasn't until Martha eliminated orange juice for 2 weeks that she noticed a dramatic improvement in her symptoms. Oranges contain high concentrations of citric acid that, when consumed in excess, can create an acidic environment in the body. For seniors with already sensitive joints or any form of arthritis, this acid acts like sandpaper on fragile cartilage, increasing inflammation and pain. You might not feel it immediately, but over time, this daily acid bath erodes joint cushioning, particularly in weight-bearing areas like knees, ankles, and hips. Additionally, what many seniors don't realize is that oranges and orange juice can interfere with calcium absorption, the very mineral your bones and muscles need to maintain strength. This interference is especially problematic for seniors already at risk for osteoporosis or muscle atrophy. Many of us consume oranges daily for vitamin C, not realizing that other fruits provide the same immune benefits without the acidic burden. That morning glass of orange juice might actually be causing the very stiffness and soreness that makes getting out of bed so difficult. Here's a better alternative: replace oranges with kiwi fruit, which actually provides more vitamin C with far less acidity. A single kiwi contains your entire daily requirement of vitamin C while being gentler on your joints. If you enjoy citrus flavors, try adding a small amount of lemon to your water instead of consuming whole oranges or juice. You'll get the flavor and some vitamin C without overwhelming your system with acid. Fruit number 6, green apples, a hidden source of leg pain. Harold, a health-conscious 70-year-old, switched from red apples to green ones after reading they contained less sugar. He thought he was making a smart choice for his diabetes management. Soon after making this switch, he began experiencing unusual joint pain, especially in his hips and knees, and disturbing nighttime leg cramps that would wake him from sleep. Harold never connected these new symptoms to his apple choice until his nutritionist pointed out the potential link. Green apples contain surprisingly high levels of malic acid, which can be difficult for aging digestive systems to process properly. While this acid is often praised for its energy-supporting properties, in large amounts it may trigger inflammation responses, especially in seniors with existing conditions like arthritis or fibromyalgia. This inflammation doesn't stay localized, it radiates to the hips, thighs, knees, and feet, creating aching or burning sensations that can significantly limit mobility. Many seniors choose green apples as a healthier alternative to red varieties, assuming the tart taste means less sugar impact. However, the combination of sugar and acid in green apples can still lead to blood sugar fluctuations that interfere with circulation and reduce oxygen flow to the extremities, particularly the legs. This reduced circulation compromises muscle recovery and strength, especially after activity. What's more, the high fiber content in apples, while generally beneficial, can bind to certain minerals in your digestive tract, potentially reducing absorption of nutrients needed for muscle and nerve function. For seniors already dealing with decreased nutrient absorption, this can further compromise leg strength over time. Instead of green apples, try pears, which are significantly gentler on digestion and joints while still providing fiber and nutrients. Pears contain a different type of sugar called levulose that doesn't trigger the same inflammatory response. If you truly enjoy apples, opt for red varieties like Gala or Fuji, which contain less malic acid, and always eat them with a protein source like nut butter to buffer the acid and sugar impact. Fruit number 7, mango, the sugar bomb for your joints. Finally, let me tell you about Elena, a health-conscious 77-year-old who loved adding mangoes to her breakfast smoothies, considering them a nutritious tropical treat. Despite her otherwise healthy diet of lean proteins and vegetables, she noticed increased joint pain and a strange heaviness in her legs that made even short walks to her mailbox feel exhausting. Elena was devastated, fearing she might need to give up her independence if her mobility continued to decline. She never suspected her beloved mangoes might be contributing to her problems. Here's the shocking truth about mangoes that most seniors aren't told. A medium mango contains an astonishing 45 grams of sugar. That's more than a standard can of soda. This sugar flood causes dramatic blood glucose spikes followed by inflammatory crashes that affect your energy levels and trigger widespread inflammatory responses throughout the body. For seniors with already vulnerable joints and circulatory systems, this inflammation can significantly reduce mobility and increase pain, particularly in the legs which bear your body weight. Many believe mangoes are a healthy choice because they're a natural fruit rich in vitamins A and C. However, the extremely high sugar content makes them problematic for seniors, especially those with diabetes, prediabetes, or joint problems. The fructose in mangoes can also contribute to belly fat accumulation, which increases inflammatory compounds in the bloodstream that directly target joints and muscle tissue. What's worse, mangoes contain natural compounds called urushiol, the same family of irritants found in poison ivy. While most people can tolerate these compounds in the small amounts present in mango flesh, seniors with increased sensitivity or autoimmune conditions can experience inflammatory responses that manifest as joint pain and muscle weakness, particularly in the lower body. Instead of mango, try smaller portions of lower sugar fruits like berries or kiwi, which provide similar nutrients with a fraction of the sugar impact. If you truly enjoy mango flavor, limit yourself to 2 to 3 small slices and always consume them as part of a meal with protein and healthy fats to minimize the blood sugar spike. For smoothies, replace mango with a quarter of an avocado plus a few berries. You'll get the creamy texture without the sugar overload. What should seniors eat instead for stronger legs? Now that we've covered the fruits that might be secretly sabotaging your leg strength, let's talk about what you should be eating to support strong, healthy legs that will carry you confidently through your golden years. First, let's look at better fruit choices that actually support circulation and leg health. Berries are your best friends. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries contain powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation rather than cause it. They're naturally lower in sugar while being rich in compounds that support vascular health and circulation to your legs. Aim for a half-cup serving daily. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, contain compounds that reduce uric acid and inflammation. Studies have shown they can be particularly helpful for joint pain and muscle recovery. They're seasonal, but frozen cherries maintain most of their benefits. Avocados, while technically a fruit, provide healthy monounsaturated fats that cushion joints and reduce the inflammatory response. They're also rich in potassium without the blood sugar impact of bananas. Add a quarter avocado to your daily diet for noticeable benefits in joint comfort and muscle function. Papaya contains enzymes that aid digestion without triggering inflammation. These enzymes, particularly papain, can help break down inflammatory proteins in the body, potentially easing joint discomfort. The fiber in papaya also helps stabilize blood sugar, avoiding the spikes and crashes that can weaken muscles. Pears offer subtle sweetness without harsh acids, making them gentle on digestion and joints. They're rich in boron, a mineral that helps the body retain calcium for stronger bones to support your leg muscles. Choose ripe but firm pears for the best nutritional value. Beyond fruits, incorporate these foods to build and maintain strong legs. Lean proteins should be the foundation of every meal. Focus on fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon and mackerel, which fight inflammation. Quality chicken, grass-fed beef, and legumes provide the amino acids your muscles need to maintain strength and recover from daily activities. Nuts and seeds deserve a special place in your diet. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, while almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews provide magnesium, a mineral crucial for muscle function that many seniors are deficient in. A small handful daily can make a significant difference in leg strength and comfort. Leafy greens are essential for leg health. Spinach, kale, and collard greens provide vitamin K, calcium, and nitrates that improve blood flow to leg muscles. These nutrients help maintain the bone density needed to support strong leg muscles and the circulation required to nourish them. Eggs are a complete protein source containing all essential amino acids your muscles need, plus vitamin D that works synergistically with calcium for bone health. The choline in egg yolks also supports nerve function, ensuring proper signaling to leg muscles. Aim for 1 to 2 eggs several times weekly. Beans and lentils provide plant-based protein along with fiber that stabilizes blood sugar and prevents the inflammation caused by glucose spikes. They're also rich in minerals like iron that help deliver oxygen to working muscles, preventing the fatigue and weakness that comes from poor circulation. Hydration is absolutely critical for leg strength and function. Many seniors don't realize that even mild dehydration can reduce muscle strength by up to 30%. Skip the fruit juices and soda, and instead focus on pure water infused with cucumber or herbs rather than fruit. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses daily, more if you're active or it's hot outside. Consider speaking with your healthcare provider about supplements that specifically support leg strength. Vitamin D and magnesium are particularly important for seniors, as deficiencies in both are common and directly impact muscle function. Omega-3 supplements can also help reduce the inflammation that weakens leg muscles and joints. Now, I understand how frustrating it can be to do everything right, eating fruits, staying active, yet still feeling your strength slipping away. That sense of betrayal when you discover that foods you thought were helping are actually hurting you is very real. I've seen the disappointment in my clients' eyes when they learn that their morning banana or afternoon grapes might be contributing to their mobility issues. But I want you to shift your perspective. Rather than seeing this as giving up foods you enjoy, view it as reclaiming your mobility and independence. Every food choice you make is an investment in your ability to walk confidently, climb stairs easily, and move through life without pain or weakness. Isn't that freedom worth more than any temporary sweet taste? Think about what strong legs mean in your daily life: the ability to play with grandchildren, tend your garden, travel, or simply move around your home without assistance. These are precious aspects of independence that many seniors lose unnecessarily, often due to dietary choices they didn't realize were harmful. I encourage you to take action today. Start by eliminating just one problematic fruit from your diet this week. Pay attention to how your legs feel. Do they seem lighter? Is there less stiffness in the morning? Are you experiencing fewer cramps at night? Many of my clients report noticeable improvements within just days of making these changes. Remember, these recommendations aren't about restriction, they're about optimization. You deserve to enjoy your later years with strong, reliable legs that carry you wherever you want to go. With these simple adjustments to your fruit choices, you can support your body's natural strength rather than unknowingly undermining it. Let me recap the 7 fruits that may be weakening your legs. Pineapple with its inflammatory sugars and acids, bananas with their high sugar content that affects circulation, grapes that deliver concentrated sugar directly to your bloodstream, watermelon that disrupts electrolyte balance, oranges with their joint-irritating acids, green apples containing difficult-to-process malic acid, and mangoes with their shocking sugar content equivalent to soda. Instead, choose berries, cherries, avocados, papaya, and pears, along with protein-rich foods that support muscle health. Stay well hydrated with water, and consider appropriate supplements under medical supervision. Now, I'm curious, which of these fruits were you eating regularly? Are you surprised by any on this list? Share your experience in the comments below. Have you noticed a connection between certain fruits and how your legs feel? Your insights might help others in our community who are struggling with similar issues. If you found this information valuable today, please support Wise Elderly Tips by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to providing practical, honest advice that helps seniors maintain their independence and quality of life, even when that means challenging conventional wisdom about healthy foods. Turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos on nutrition, mobility, and healthy aging. Thank you for investing time in your health today. Every small choice adds up to big results when it comes to maintaining your strength and mobility. Stay informed, stay strong, and I'll see you in our next video with more wisdom for living your best senior years.